You're talking about your business, right? And I think it's an interesting thing to
Yes,
talk about because there has recently been quite the change. The man who has gone
it
out on his
has.
own has let go of the reins ever so slightly, has given some of those reins to a fellow compadre, a partner in crime, if you will. Ooh. Tell us about that, Chris.
Yes, I have. Yeah. So the history of the companies, we never had a marketing company. I've been a marketing consultant for quite a period of time, but the company that we had was a software business. Get Doddle was the software. And when we first created that piece of software, it was actually called Squish. So this is our fourth company name, or third in terms of company's house. So when we decided to sort of shift towards a marketing, and we did so because we were shit at software and we were better at marketing. So we kind of moved to that angle, did the marketing side of stuff, started calling it proper LinkedIn marketing, and then Paul and I, who the founder, we had a full and frank conversation. We said, Paul's contribution to the business is tech and software.
Yeah.
My contribution is marketing, and we didn't really have a software arm anymore. So we
Just
decided
how
to
the
sort of go
business
our
has
own
grown
way.
and moved. I see. Yeah.
Exactly. So Paul and I have actually officially split up as partners, and I, being the sole owner of a business, I needed somebody to help me out a little bit. I also needed to make sure Gemma would never leave me. So I figured give her some of the company, and protect my own ass, is the honest answer. So,
but I know. So I'm a 50-50. Me and my hetero life mate Tony Gordon. We both own the business, right? And there's guys who've been working with us for a long time. We conversations about the same thing. How do you bring
yeah,
them into it and shares? It's
yeah,
scary though. It's even with the
yes,
right people and stuff. It's a weird thing because it's like yours. I don't know. I
yeah.
feel like an only child holding on to my toys.
It is, and if I'm being brutal, so our business, we've never really been profitable. Because every single penny that the company's earned for the 5-6 years that we were operation, it went straight back into the software.
Right.
We didn't pay ourselves for a long period of time, so we were taking direct loan against the business.
Sure, because
So
it's
every
R&D,
single piece of
R&D,
cash,
R&D, right?
it was going back in. So when Paul and I had this conversation, and this year we started looking at the potential, and I dare say, and this is a horrible thing to say, the pandemic for us has been a phenomenal thing for us to learn from. And it has been positive from a business point of view. I'm not going to say it's positive in any other sense.
No.
But it has given us the ability to look at the business and go, this can be really fucking profitable if we do the right things and we do it the right way. So we've stopped being a software house that just put money back into it, and we're going to start becoming profitable. I'm believe it or not, I'm not yet 40. I'm fast becoming 40, and I have a dream that before I get to 50, I would like to retire. So I've got a 10-year plan, and my 10-year plan includes taking retirement at some point. I don't want a lot. I don't want a lot of money, just enough to have a place in Tenerife next to Golf de Sur, the golf course.
With a small yacht.
Some nice properties there. That's all we need. That's all we need. And I'll make my money as being a 50-year-old gigolo at the same time. So, natural progression. 10-year plan. So yeah, but you are right. It is scary. It is scary to say to somebody, have some of my business. But at the same time, my mindset that we wouldn't be in a position we are today if it wasn't for Gemma.
Right.
And the effort that she's put in and all that sort of stuff. So part and parcel of it is me rewarding that commitment, but also saying, you know what, we need you.
Yeah.
And she's taken it graciously with open arms. And yeah, it's going well so far.
Well, I'm just like, I couldn't imagine running a business on my own. Like, I just don't. Yeah. I having that bounce back, and not just like we're very open with numbers, stuff, things with the employees and such. But there are some times when you're the boss, And when those,
Yeah.
whatever's happening and such, you don't necessarily want to put stuff on people who are just doing their day-to-day job. They've
Yeah.
got to get that done, right? I don't want to affect everyone's
Yeah.
mood. And part of my job is to deal with the stress, and having
Yeah.
someone else where you can go behind closed doors and be like, fuck, right? And be like, yeah. It's
Yeah.
so good for up here. Like, it's just so
Yeah.
good for up here.
It's when it was prior to Gemma joining, the only way that we generated revenue for the business, bear in mind it was more software slash
Yeah.
the membership base that we got on Doddle. I was solely responsible for delivering every single penny. So if we didn't bring anything, I was sole salesman, that sort of stuff. So that sort of pressure at the time was horrible. It was tough. We never failed. It was doable.
Well
but
done.
to be able to take a step back and know that things are still running how I want them to be run.
Yeah.
Absolutely golden to have that.
Yeah, how delicious, especially after being that sole guy on your own for a little while.
Yeah.
That is, and the stress that comes behind that. And like you say, doing the sales on your own, something I've done for an awful long time as well. Sure,
Yeah.
it's doable. But the real thing is it's like, where is the ceiling? And on what day do I trip up when you've got a single point of failure like that in sales? Like, what month do I have, a bad kebab, which leads into 2 weeks and me not feeling good? Oh no, we haven't hit the number. No one's getting paid. Thankfully, we don't live that hand to mouth. But as a salesperson, that's always how I feel. Like, I've got to hit my number. That's fine. But there's a reason that salespeople and managing directors usually aren't, because it's those are two very stressful jobs.
Yeah, it is. And the one thing that I'm quite keen on, and again, I'm fully aware that this isn't appropriate for lots of other businesses. I really dislike the idea of titles. I don't like being founder, owner, that sort of stuff. If anybody, the golfing that I was at today was at a networking event, that's why it's tax deductible. While I was playing golf today, the group that I'm with here, they're asking what I do. I was, we do marketing for LinkedIn. Oh, is it your company? Yeah. Oh, so you're the founder? Yeah. I don't care about that. I don't want the title. I don't want to get. And I was saying with Gemma when I said, she says, "Oh, what title do I get?" You give yourself whatever you want. The title's not important. It's what we do and what we deliver. So if people need titles from us, well, I'm the MD.
Yeah.
Do I share the responsibilities?
But I honestly think every managing director I speak to, everyone feels the same. They're like, "Oh, that does not matter anymore." Like, as soon as you get, I don't remember my whole career being like, "I just want director. I just want director on a fucking business card. I want whatever it says and the word director afterwards. I really want it." But no one was giving me that. I had to start a company to anyone to let me be a director. But what you can do. But like, as soon as I got it, I was like, cool. Be happy to be an exec again. That was, the title was. I've got and I think it's probably because you've actually got the responsibility at that point, right?
It is. For me though, it's whenever, and I do I'm not a big fan of networking. Part of a golf network, so I've run my own networking business. It's a bit weird, isn't it? But whenever you go to a networking event, the minute you tell somebody your title, they've put you in a category. They've placed you somewhere, and I really don't like that. If I want to, if I go to an event and somebody says, "Oh, what do you do?" "Oh, we do marketing." "Oh, what's your position?" "Oh, I'm just an exec." No one talks to you. It's great. If you don't want to talk to anyone in the room, just tell them that you're right at the below level. No one gives a shit. But the minute you tell somebody that you own the business or something like that, they're up your arse.
Yeah.
And that's what I really don't like, that whole idea of why that person's more important just because they've got a flipping extra D on the end of the bloody business card.
My previous boss, who was the MD of my previous company, when I could be employed, now works with us, right? It's amazing. So she'll do the finance bits and do things and chase people for me and such like that. And I go mental when people don't reply to her, because she's my boss. She will always be my boss. I don't care what I do for life. Like, she is my boss, right? And when I see people and I have to like get involved because people haven't paid or whatever, and they're just darking her emails, I'm furious with that person, because I know who she is, and I know they're just
Yeah,
going by a title, and that's not
yeah.
just not a good way of working.
It's not. It's not. And again, you know, whenever people judge and things like that, I'm probably one of the biggest judges out there. But when other people judge on base things, that kind of sets the precedent of how you treat that person as well, doesn't it? So,
It's like people who treat waiters badly. I'm just like, what?
yeah,
What? Because you
yeah,
pay 45 quid for a meal? Shut up.
yeah. Off you fuck.